Hold on to your butts because it sounds like Zelda is still coming to the Wii U. So probably one of the most hotly debated topics in the gaming industry and especially in the Nintendo community the last several months has been what's happening with Zelda. We know that it was initially supposed to release for the Wii U by the end of this year, probably sometime next month in November 2015. And of course, a while ago, we know that it got delayed to 2016. Since the delay to 2016, there's been a lot of information and rumors and speculation about Nintendo's next console, the NX, and the fact that we know it's going to be revealed next year in 2016. A lot of people are starting to believe, myself included, that the console will also release next year in 2016. So through that, the whole conversation has been what's going to happen with Zelda. Did it get delayed so that it releases on the NX? Did it get delayed so that it moves entirely to the NX? Is it supposed to release as both a Wii U and an NX game? Or maybe it really would stick to just the Wii U and it's not planned for the NX? But it all seemed to kind of tie into itself. Why did the delay of Zelda and the reveal of the NX all seem to be coinciding? And there's certainly a lot of evidence pointing to the game having some sort of NX release. I have to feel like that probably is going to happen. But in a recent interview with IG Enuma about the recently released Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes for the 3DS, he did confirm that the game is still coming to the Wii U. So all in all, I find this to be pretty cool. You know, I'm kind of torn on how I actually want things to play out with The Legend of Zelda. I think that Wii U owners deserve to have this game released on the Wii U. I think that the promise of this game being a Wii U game should be delivered upon, and ultimately that seems to be what's happening. It was confirmed that the game is still coming out on the Wii U, so hooray, that's a really great thing. Just for myself, if I was to remove, everyone else in the gaming industry and any other gamer from the whole conversation, just for myself, I can't necessarily say that I really care if it's going to come out on the Wii U or not, because I own a Wii U, so I'd get to play that version, but I'm also definitely going to be purchasing an NX, so if it released, on the NX as well, then I would probably prefer to just purchase the NX version. So the Wii U version releasing, whether or not a version comes out on the Wii U, it just doesn't really affect me personally, because no matter what it released on, I would be playing it. But again, there's certainly the larger picture at hand, and there is the fact that the game was promised to Wii U owners, and a lot of gamers can't just shell out another $400 as soon as a brand new system comes out. So those people who own a Wii U and maybe couldn't afford an NX or wouldn't even want one, but still want to play that Zelda game, they should be able to play the Zelda on the Wii U the way it's been promised. So it is really great news that game is confirmed to still be coming out on the Wii U. That does make me excited. I do have to say that as somebody who will definitely be picking up the NX day one no matter when it ends up launching, if they were to be able, let's say that the Wii U version of the game would maybe be holding back the development of the NX version, I would almost not prefer that. Like, in a perfect world, I would almost say, you know what? Scrap the Zelda or the Wii U version of Zelda and put all of your efforts and resources into making it a launch or near launch title for the NX, but one that is, in a sense, built from the ground up for the NX. Obviously, we'd be looking at a lot of assets ported from the Wii U architecture into the NX architecture, so that would be an element of what's going on there, and I totally get it. But I still think that if they focus their efforts on making it be a solely NX experience, I think that they're going to be taking advantage of the power of the system, the visuals, the vast scope of the world that they can create, the level of quality AI, whatever the controllers are going to be that we can use for the NX, how that's actually going to work to make that game better. And we've seen, cases in 3, for example, that shows that you can take assets from the previous generation of console and still make it work for the newer generation and make it look and feel and play like a next generation game. I feel like Pikmin 3, I've said it so many times on recent videos, when we just talk about the visuals of the game, I think it's one of the best looking games of this entire generation for any console, for PC, what have you. And that's a game released on the least powerful of the available hardware, and that again is building on assets that was created for the previous generation. And Nintendo's previous generation console, the Wii, was several steps behind anyway. So it really goes to show that it doesn't really matter if the previous game was maybe built for the previous generation. A company like Nintendo can really take full advantage of the new hardware and the new console and whatever they're doing there. So, long story short, I would like the idea of, if they were to scrap the Wii U version altogether, could they make a fully formed, fully featured, appropriate NX version of Zelda to launch with the NX? And if they could, then that just gets me way more excited. But that being said, don't get me wrong, I'm stoked for the game. I think the Wii U version is going to be great. If the game only released on the Wii U, that would also actually be okay, because then we're not getting this weird Twilight Princess sort of half Zelda release version on the NX. But obviously there's time to see how it all plays out. Maybe they would release the version of Zelda that we've seen on the Wii U, the way we've seen it, and then really do a lot of different unique things for the NX version to make it feel and play and look a lot different, very, very different from its Wii U counterpart, I should say, sorry. Like they can really differentiate the two and take full advantage. Kind of the way with Twilight Princess, there was a fairly significant difference between the way the two versions of that game played, because you had the traditionally playing GameCube version, and the reason you bought the Wii U version really wasn't for the visuals, because the visuals were pretty much identical, but they were taking advantage of the new controller, and that made the game feel and play very, very differently, and that was only one thing that they changed. So if they changed a couple of things and took a few advantages of the NX hardware, visually and control-wise and whatever, and really made a stark difference between the Wii U and the NX version, that would be cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to play that game on the NX for sure, but anyway, the whole point of this is to say it's really cool that recently Aonuma did confirm that the game is still coming out for the Wii U. He didn't speak about the NX, so all this stuff I'm talking about here is really just my own personal speculation and theories, and the fact that I kind of would like the idea if they just focused the Zelda completely for the NX and just made an NX-appropriate version of that game, but it's still great that it's coming out for the Wii U, and if that's all it comes out for, then awesome. I can't wait to buy and play it in whatever forms or fashions are available to me that is going to make the most sense for me. There's a lot of really great things happening there with Zelda. I think it would be smart for them to have some form of this game available for the NX at launch, and I really do think that a lot of the reasons behind the delay do have to do with the NX coming in some form of Zelda being able to work on the NX or wanting to time the release at the same time at the NX. I think that there's a correlation there. What it is exactly, I don't really know. A lot of people don't seem to know, so all we can do is guess and speculate for now. But, that's just what we do as gamers, and especially with Nintendo, because they're so damned mysterious, and we always want to know what they're going to do. And it's exciting. It's fun to kind of theorize about this stuff. And it's Zelda. It's like the greatest series of all time. Who isn't excited about the next Zelda? So, at the end of the day, I'm just glad the game's coming regardless. I can't wait to play it on whatever it's available for. It's great for Wii U owners, which of course includes myself, that the game was confirmed to still be coming out on the Wii U. I never really thought that they were going to totally bypass the Wii U. I feel like they knew that would have been a real dick move for people and would have lost a lot of faith in gamers, and they're already struggling with that, moving away from the Wii U so early in its life. So there's so many things going on there. Let's just be excited that Zelda's coming out. Reconfirmed, I should say, for the Wii U. Really exciting. Will we get an NX version? Who knows? I tend to think so, but I guess we'll see. What do you guys think? Are you pretty stoked to hear that the game was confirmed for the Wii U still? Do you want an NX version as well? Do you want simultaneous? Do you want it to be one or the other? Tell me what you guys think. Thanks for tuning in. This is Rob of Rule of Two Review, and I'll catch you guys next time on another video.